Batman The Adventures Continue Chapter 2 sees Batman at the mercy of Lex Luthor, who says that Superman isn't going to save him this time. Soon the villain's code machine finishes decoding the vault and the box opens, revealing the damaged head of Brainiac, which Lex knows is the future calling. Lex reveals that he watched Superman and Brainiac fight from his lunar satellite, so he knew the Kryptonian had the villain's head in his possession. Batman knows that he won't find the universe's secrets inside since Brainiac was the programming, and the head is now empty since Brainiac uploaded himself somewhere else in space and wiped the head clean, as Bruce Wayne's techs have learned, so all Lex has is some cosmic junk. Lex smacks Batman across the head, saying that he has made some huge strides in cybernetics and the power behind his juggernaut would boggle his mind. Pulling Batman close, Lex says that he only needs a fragment of Brainiac's data, since he can then build on them, since nothing is ever truly wiped clean, except for Batman. As he begins to choke the life out of Batman, the hero pulls out a batarang, throwing it at Brainiac's head. Bruce knows that while he never discovered anything of note inside the head, he did know that it still worked, and the batarang just activated the circuits inside, turning the head on and making it blast Lex all the way across the airfield, allowing Batman to escape with his life. Back at the Batcave, Alfred tends to Bruce's wounds, who knows that he needs to get back out there now. Alfred hopes that he can persuade him to stay inside since his ribs look like a rickety picket fence, but Bruce activates his bat armor, telling Alfred that he's bringing protection this time. Alfred hopes that he can prevail against Luthor's tech, but Bruce knows that he just needs to get close enough to dismantle his suit's energy packs. Alfred wonders what will happen if he uses the larger robot that was indestructible, pointing out that the suit has even room for a co-pilot. Bruce looks at the schematics, but he knows that that's not a cockpit, it's a battery. Donning the armor, Batman returns to the airport, interrogating a worker and learning where Luthor was headed in his cargo plane. Elsewhere, Lex is told by Mercy that they are 5 minutes out of Metropolis airspace. She thinks Lex should change, but the villain knows better as Batman smashes into the front of the plane. Lex confronts him, blasting him with his suit's power gauntlets, but Batman beats Lex back. Lex returns to the plane, ditching his armor and getting in the larger robot as Mercy gets ready to abandon the plane. The robot smashes out of the plane, battling Batman as he fires a grapple hook at the robot, electrocuting it. The charge did the trick, as blowing his way out of the robot is the repowered Superman, who rips the entire robot in half. Superman asks if he can take this one on his own, and Bruce leaves the Man of Steel to take Lex and Mercy back to Metropolis and to jail. Later on, Batman meets with Superman, who asks how he knew he was trapped in the robot. Bruce says that it made sense when he saw the schematics, since he realized Luthor turned Superman into the ultimate solar battery, and he figured a jolt from a kryptonite charge would break whatever mind control Luthor had in place on him. Clark says that he owes Bruce again, but the hero gives him Brainiac's head, telling him that he should just get rid of it, maybe tossing it into the sun since it's madman candy. Clark tells his friend that he will do it faster than his speeding bullets, taking off into the sky. Elsewhere in Gotham, Jason Todd walks the dark streets, knowing that this is where everything for him began, finding the cold and creepy vibe of the city good. Soon a man shouts down from his apartment at him, telling him not to be outside at this hour and he will call the police. Jason brandishes his gun at the man, telling him that if he's going to call the cops, he better start dialing, just to see how far he gets. The man quickly disappears inside as Jason continues walking through Gotham towards the bat signal, knowing he's got bigger fish to fry. Batman The Adventures Continue Chapter 2 was a really awesome conclusion to the first story and absolutely again captures the vibe of the animated series and the DC animated series in general. I had a feeling Superman was going to get involved in the actual plot with all the mentions of him last issue, and it was a really fun way he got involved as well, since him bursting out of that robot was really cool. Little appearances like that from other heroes will be really great, and hopefully it's something that's used sparingly and not every arc is going to have, you know, a new hero turning up to help Batman, because then it turns kind of into the Batman Brave and the Bold a little bit. But I trust Paul Dini to not go overboard with this, and I'm very much looking forward to the Jason Todd story, which was teased at the end here, as well as Deathstroke next issue. It's going to be really cool to see Deathstroke in the animated series universe. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.